Good afternoon, everybody. Brooke here. We're going to do a 30-minute beginner session today, Pilates. We're going to use a little bit of equipment, just the usual soft ball and a long resistance band. So if you have those, go ahead and grab them at home. If you don't have them, they're optional. You can still do the workout without the equipment. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Starting standing up, just checking that your feet are parallel and hip width apart, so toes and heels in a line. I just want you to roll your shoulders up, over, back, and down. Do a couple of big shoulder circles. Good. And then reverse your circles. We'll do 3 or 4 the other way. Good. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Your arms overhead. And then breathe out. Come up onto your toes, just finding your balance. And then reach your arms out to the side as you slowly drop your heels down to the mat. Drop your chin to your chest, around your spine, and slowly start rolling down over your legs. Just hanging there for a moment. Nod your head. Just relax the back of the neck. And then shake the head side to side. Good. Now bend your knees. Get your hands down to the mat and slowly start walking your hands forward. Breathing out as you come forward. Coming all the way out into a high plank. So your shoulders are over your hands, your head is lifted, shoulders blades slide down your back. Now we're going to lower your right knee down. Breathe out, lift it back up. Now lower your left knee down. Try to keep the hips in line with your shoulders. So just pull that knee forward, come onto the tips of your toes, even onto the top of your foot as you drop the knee down and up. Breathing in and out. Stay there for 4, 3, lift, last 2. 1 more, up and hold, and then lift your hips all the way up. Press into your heels, hold your stretch here for a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, walk your hands back towards your feet. Good. Bend the knees, chin to chest, round your spine, and roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders on top of ribs, head comes on top of the shoulders. Take another breath in, reach the arms overhead. And then breathe out, come up onto your toes. Just again, finding your balance, finding the connection between the belly button and your navel. So just drawing in. And reach your arms out to the side as you lower your heels down to the mat. Place the fingers behind the back, lift the arms, lift the chest. And then exhale, drop your chest forward. Let the arms drop away from you. And take another big breath here. Just letting the arms drop down, letting the chest just fall closer to the knees. And then let the hands come down to the mat. Again, bend your knees so the hands are all the way down, and then start walking your arms forward, just coming back into your plank again. So your shoulders again over the hand, lift the head, shoulder blades down the back. We're going to take your right hand and touch your left shoulder, then left hand to right shoulder. Just do those little shoulder taps, alternating sides. Let the hips sway slightly side to side. But try to resist that movement. Just engage the sides of your waist as you tap the shoulders. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down. Now we're going to lower your knees down to the mat. Just maybe step your hands slightly back so your knees are directly beneath your hips. We're going to tuck your toes in, scoop the belly button in, and then just hover your knees an inch or so up off the mat. Exhale. Breathe in, lower the knees back down. And as you breathe out, almost curl your elbows in towards each other as you lift the knees up, draw the belly button in, do a little pelvic floor lift. Inhale, lower back down. And again, breathing out, curl the elbows in towards each other, hover your knees up, draw the belly button in, lift the pelvic floor, and then breathe in, lower the knees back down to the mat. Just point the toes, sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, and take a big breath in. Now changing position. We're going to come onto your elbows. So kind of turn over so you're on your back and drop your elbows down to the mat. Try to lift up out of your shoulders and take the weight of your head forward. So your chin is in towards your chest. Now you're going to pull the right knee in and then pull your left knee in. Scoop the abdominals in tight and then try to extend your right leg out. Breathing out. Breathe in, bend the knee. Breathe out, send your left leg long. Inhale, bend the knee. Let's do that one more time. Either side. Exhale. And inhale, breathe out, and in. So now adding a little more challenge, we're going to extend the leg, lower the leg down to the mat, breathe out, lift it back up, breathe in, pull the knee to the chest. Switch sides, other leg long, drop it down, lift it up, draw it in. Now, if anyone wants to make this a little more challenging, you can take the other knee with you. So you connect the toe to the inside of your straight leg, go down and up, and then in, and then change. So again, the knee goes down, the leg goes down, and lift back up. and back. But if you want to keep it at that lower level, we just extend, lower one leg down, exhale, lift, pull the knee back in, and then the other leg out, down, lift, and back. Make sure the ribs haven't started to curl up. We're just going to go one more time each way. Inhale down, exhale up, knee to chest. Last one, extend, lower, lift, and bend. Now, as you extend both legs out, I'm going to start lifting your elbows up and just come all the way into a nice straight back with your hands slightly behind you. Really puff the chest, pull your shoulder blades together behind the back. Let's actually lace the fingers and so you can drop your chest forward over your legs as you lift your arms behind your back. Good. Then take the hands down along your sides and just kind of reach towards your ankles and pull the chest down a little closer to the knees. Inhale, realign your spine, just coming into a straight back. Think string out of the top of the head as you lift that head up. Slide the shoulders down away from the ears and then round your spine. Scooping the belly button in tight and slowly drop down one vertebra at a time. Really keeping the feet anchored down to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen through your fingertips and then breathe out. Lift your hands, lift your head, peel your spine up. Keep the legs anchored down. And again, reach forward, grabbing onto your ankles, drawing your chest down towards your knees. Staying in that flex, rounded spine, we roll ourselves back into a lovely straight back. Float your hands up, shoulders away from the ears, and then breathe out. Round the spine, point the toes, squeeze the legs together, and slowly lower yourself back down to the mat. Take one more breath in. Now we're going to add a little variation here. We're going to lift the hands, lift the head, just peel the spine up, roll up as you were doing before. But as you breathe out, we're just going to sweep the hands along the legs and then extend through the fingertips, reaching up, arching the back to a nice long spine, and then round your spine as you roll back down to the mat. So you just get a little bit more movement through the spine. Take a deep breath in, just strengthening the core as you peel the spine all the way up. And we're mobilizing the spine as you sweep the hands, reach the arms back, really puff the chest, really lovely posture, and then breathing out, reversing it, tilting the pelvis, coming back into flexion as you roll back down to the mat. Last one, take a deep breath in to lengthen the body, breathe out to strengthen the body as you curl yourself up, rolling off the mat, and then going from your flexion up into your extension, lifting and lengthening through the fingertips, and then back into our rounded spine, flexing the lower back and slowly rolling down to the mat, bone by bone. Good, let's hug your knees into your chest, take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, just come up into our tabletop position. So we've got a little space under your lower back, but the lowest back rib is down on the mat, so the rib cage is down. Draw the belly button in, really squeeze the hip sit bones together, lift the pelvic floor, so think perineum or back passage lifting up and away. We're going to tap your right toe down to the mat, and then breathe out, lift the knee back up. Now lower your left toe down to the mat. Exhale, lift the knee back up. Keep your hands just resting on top of your abdominals and really try to stabilize and tighten those muscles without tilting or moving your pelvis or your lower back. So you've got that nice inward curve of the lower back. Hip bones and pubic bone are level, so we're not tucking the tailbone under or tilting the pelvis forward. Now imagine you're balancing a cup of tea right in the middle of your abdominals as you move your legs. Breathing in as you lower, breathe out as you lift. So just really stabilizing the pelvis. Now we're going to speed this up and we're going to move both legs. So tapping right and left, almost scissoring the legs. 8, a little bit quicker. 7, 6, you might have to engage a little bit tighter to speed it up. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both knees up to tabletop. Now lift your fingertips up to the ceiling. We're going to extend your right arm and your left leg. Still thinking about that neutral spine. Breathe out, take the hand and the knee back to what I call our dead bug position. Then left arm and right leg stretching long. The thumb should touch the floor behind you. The toe should reach to the wall in front of you. Just extending that leg out. So we're not bending the knee. We're stretching the leg long as you reach. Now again, think about that lower back. Make sure you're not flattening out or overarching. Try to maintain that neutral. Think about that teacup almost resting on top of the abdominals as you reach. And then draw back and reach and draw back. One more time each way, breathing in and out and in and out and hold. Good. Now we're going to lift your head and shoulders up off the mat, or your chin into your chest, and reach both arms and legs long. Exhale. Inhale, tuck the knees to the chest. Exhale, reach the arms and legs long. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, reach. Breathe in to tuck. Breathe out to reach. Last 2. And reach. 1 more. And reach, and then let the head come down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. And a little bit of movement side to side, just easing out any tension through the lower back. Good. Now lift your knees up to tabletop. Take your hands off the edge of the mat. Flip the palms down. Anchor your shoulders down. And I'm going to turn the knees to the right as the head turns to the left. And then breathe out. Imagine those knees kind of sliding along a wall. Knees stay right above your hips so that we don't curl in towards your chest. Drop the other way. Knees to the left as your head turns to the right. And then breathe out. The knees back to that midline. Inhale, drop to one side. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Good. Now again, draw your knees in. Draw your chin in so we're curled up into a little ball. And we're going to try to roll ourselves and come into a balanced position. So you're balancing just behind your sit bones. Just kind of the base of that tailbone, really tilting the pelvis and tucking the tailbone under now. Now we're going to stretch the legs straight. Bend the knees. So my ankles are together, my knees are together, elbows out wide. Extend the legs and bend. Last two, lift and lower and one, lift and lower. Next time you extend the legs, I'm going to lift your right arm up and then down. Then the left arm goes up and down. Let's even do both arms up and down. Same again. If you feel like it's too much with both arms, just drop back to your single arms. Last two. And one, and then bend the knees, take the feet down to the mat, stretch your legs out in front of you, slide your hands down your legs, reach towards your feet, and just have a little stretch through your hamstrings. Good, now we're gonna pick up your ball and your band and bend your knees. Place the ball between your knees. Just try to squeeze it tight. Your feet, knees, and hips should be in a line, so that squeeze on the ball, that should be about the right distance to have your knees. Now pick up your band and fold your band in two. Hold your band directly out in front of you and breathe out. Stretch your band, scoop your belly button in, round your spine and roll back. Coming halfway until that band is just behind your knees. Inhale, lift up so the band just over the knees and exhale, roll back. Now if you want to make this a little easier, if you want to dial it back at all, just hold, just do it without the band. Just imagine you're hugging a big ball in front of you. If you want to dial it back even further, you can hold the backs of the knees. Breathing out and in. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and we're going to hold the last one. Twist to the right. Take the right hand down, up and over, twist to the left. Left hand comes down, up and over, twist to the right. A little bit of a squeeze on the ball, twist left. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands back to your knees and straighten up your back. Big breath in. Good. Now with your next exhale, we tilt the pelvis, gather the belly button in, round your spine, roll yourself back, and then turn to the left. So your shoulders turn to that left corner. Make sure the band is parallel to floor. So we're not an angle like this. We're nice and square. Go down and up, and down an inch, up an inch. Tuck and lift. Stay there for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go straight over to the right side. 8 times, down an inch, up an inch, and 7. Little pull on the band. 6. Remember your modifications. You can drop the band or hold on to the side of the leg. It's to the right. You hold both hands to the right side of the leg. Last 2. Hold the last 1. Take the hands back to knees and stretch everything out. Take a deep breath in. Now, I want you to just unfold your band so you just have a single band, so we're not doubled up anymore. We're going to reach the arms up over your head and try to stretch them all the way out behind you. Feel free to give yourself a little more length if you need it. Take the arms up overhead, down in front of you, and then again, breathing out, reaching back, reaching up and over and forward. Last time, a little bit of a squeeze on the ball, sitting as tall as you can. Reach the arms behind. And then up and over and forward. Then we're just going to round your spine. When the hands come back to the front, I want you to roll all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time, coming down to the mat. And just lay your band across your hip bones. Okay, now walk your feet in. We still want the ball between the knees. I want your ankles to be right beneath the knees, so your heels are below the knees. We're not in too close to the hips, not feet aren't towards the end of your mat. And we're going to breathe out. Squeeze the ball between the knees. Press your hips up into your band and hold your band down with those arms. Inhale, lower the hips down. Exhale, lift. So we're working our inner thighs, we're working our glutes, our bum, and we're also narrowing the waist, engaging your deep core muscles with each lift. And a pelvic floor squeeze as well. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and we're going to hold the next one up. Little squeezes at the top. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift the hands up over your shoulders, pointing those fingertips to the ceiling, and then stretch your band. Draw the band down towards your chest, and then lift. Just stretch and lift. Almost like that band is like a barbell. So lifting up, bending the elbows, stretching the band out. Stay there for 4. Keep the hips high. Keep squeezing the ball. 3. Keep the core tight. 2. Last one. Lift the arms all the way up and then reach them all the way behind you until the backs of the hands touch the floor. Breathe out. Drop the rib cage down first. Squeeze your ball. Roll through the middle back. Really tilt the pelvis to get through the lower back 1 vertebra at a time. And then come back into our neutral spine with a little gap under the lower back, and the band comes back over your hips. Now we're going to lift your heels up and come onto your tiptoes. Walk your toes in close to your body. Squeeze the ball tight. Press your lower back down. Draw the belly button in again. Add a pelvic floor lift and scoop the belly button. Peel the spine up. Press into your band. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold the last one up. Little squeezes at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And one more time, lifting those fingertips up to the ceiling. Lift the hips as high as you can. Squeeze the ball as tight as you can. Stretch your bands and lift. Open it out and up for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Reach the arms up to the ceiling and stretch them all the way to the wall behind you. Back to the hands touch the floor, and then melt your spine down. Ribs down first, middle back second. Tilt the pelvis to get through every joint of your lower back before the hip bones and tailbones come down. Then drop your heels and take the band back to your side. Now we're going to actually drop the band and take the ball away. So no equipment for the next one. Hands are down along your side. Take a deep breath in. We're going to breathe out. Again, imprint the lower back down into the mat. Scoop the belly button and peel your spine slowly up into another shoulder bridge. And then pulling the knees a little tighter as if there's still a ball there. But then lift your right knee up. Keep the knee right above your hip. Keep the bend in the knee about 90 degrees. Try to lift your toes up on your standing leg, your supporting leg. So we're balancing on the heel on your left foot. Breathe in, lower the hips down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. So one foot is on the mat. We're working this left leg. If you need to modify, you can just come back down, keep both heels on the mat, keep lifting the toes on both legs, and just do it with both feet on the mat. Let's aim for 8 more, whichever level you're doing. 7, 6. Again, think about that left leg working, strengthening. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hips tight. Now change legs. Right knee or right foot down, left knee up. Again, keep the toes lifted. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out as you lift. Down and up. Get that full range of motion. Again, if you're modifying, just keep doing another set. Take little breaks if you need it. Good. Let's aim for 8 more. 8 and 7. Really keep those toes high. Press into that heel. Squeeze that right glute. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower your left foot down to the mat. Drop the toes down. Breathe in. Reach the arms all the way behind. Lift the hips a touch higher. Knees a little closer. And then melt your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Okay, drop your hands around your knees. Hug your knees into your chest. Lift your toes up to the ceiling, just stretching the backs of your legs. I want you to flex your feet and then point your toes. Flex and point. Flex and point. And hold the pointed toes. The legs as straight as you can. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. Keep your lower back down. And we're going to hold the right leg as you let the left leg drop down to the mat. Breathe in as you change. Breathe out as you hold. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold the last one. So you can walk your hands up a little closer to the ankle, slide the shoulders down away from the ears, draw the belly button in tighter, and then inhale, change the legs, hold. Get the legs as straight as you can so you can walk up towards the ankle, pull the leg in a little closer, relax your shoulders. One more time, switch and hold. Stay there for 3, 2, 1. Breathe in as you change, breathe out as you hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop your shoulders, draw your knees in, take a deep breath. Good. Now grab your ball, and we're going to roll ourselves up to sitting. Flip onto your side, and I want you to just balance the ball with your hand just on top of your ankle. We're going to pin it there with the top legs. We're just holding the ball between the ankles as you stretch everything out. Take the shoulder back, draw the belly button in. We've got rib to hip connection, nice long neck. And we're going to try to lift those feet up off the mat. Breathe in, lower back down. So squeezing the ball as you lift and lower. Breathe out and in. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up. Now squeeze and release. So big squeeze on that ball and release. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one. I want you to squeeze and hold. Lift the hand up to the ceiling. Then lift your head. Try to balance until the hand comes down to the legs. Lift the legs up to the hand. Breathe in, lower the feet, lower the head. Arm reaches back to the ceiling. Breathe out, lift the head, lift the legs. Hand drops down to the side of the legs. Inhale, lower back down. Stay there 4 more. Breathing out, lift, squeeze the ball. Breathe in as you lower. And 3, head up, legs up, squeeze and release. Last 2, lift, hold and release. 1 more, holding there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the legs down. Now I want you to let that ball just drop behind you and then lift your lower leg so it's still hovering just above the mat. Take your hands again down to the front of the body, button your ribs towards your hips, draw the belly button in, and then small circles with your top leg. Stay there for 6. But if you can, reach the hand back up to the ceiling, but keep that belly button pulled in tight. Keep the ribs kind of cinched into your body. Last 2. And 1. Reverse your circles. We'll do 8 the other way. So again, that lower leg is just up off the mat. Top leg, small circles. Think about your toe going along the rim of a large coffee cup. That's a lot. We don't want it much bigger than that. Last 2 and 1. Now hold there. Flex your feet. Pull the toes and lift the top leg up. Squeeze the side of that leg. That's where we want to feel this lift and lower. Stay there for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the feet back in line with hips and then scissor the legs. Both legs stay straight. So imagine a pin through the top hip, through the lower hip into the mat. So there's no movement through the pelvis. And really focus on keeping the legs straight, especially that lower leg as it reaches to the back of the mat. That might want to bend. Try to resist that. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together, then feet down to the mat. And we're just going to slide your top knee forward. The hand from the head holds the knee, and the other arm reaches out behind, looking over your shoulder. Trying to get the back of that hand down to the floor before you circle the arm all the way around your body. Yeah, let's do 1 more circle the other way. Take your knees back together and change to the other side. So picking up your ball, balancing the ball on top of your ankle, pinning it there with your top leg, stretching the rest of your body out, shoulder back, rib to hip connection, belly button pulled in tight, a little bit of a pelvic floor lift, and then lift both legs up and down. A little bit of a squeeze on the ball as you lift and lower. Now, if you can, try to lift your hand up to the ceiling and just use your abdominals to help you balance your deep corset muscles. But if you need to, just have 1 or 2 fingers down on the mat to help you to stabilize. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. We hold. Now squeeze and release. Just squeeze that ball and release. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Squeeze and hold. Lift the head. Take the hand down to the side of the leg. Try to lift the leg slightly to meet the hand, and then lower the feet. Lower the head. Breathing out. Lift head up, feet up, hands alongside the leg. Inhale, lower. 4 more, breathing out. And in. And 3. And down. Last 2. And lower. I'm going to hold the last one up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2. Squeezing the ball. And then drop the head down. We're just going to let that ball drop behind you. But keep the legs in line with your hips. So that lower leg is hovering off the mat. The top leg is in line with your hip. And then we do our small circles with the top leg. So there, 8, 7. Think about your rib to hip connection. So don't let the rib cage flare or arch into your lower back. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circles. 8 the other way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Again, so you can draw the core in any tighter. Last one, flex feet. Lift the leg up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we hold the last one up. So do little pulse at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the feet back in line with the hips. Scissor both legs. No bend in the knees. So the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower the feet down to the mat. Slide your top knee forward. Take the hand from the head to hold the knee, and the other arm reaches out behind. Deep breath in. Circle the arm all the way around your body. And then reverse your circle. One big circle the other way. Good. Now roll over onto your front. And have your elbows out to the side. Just kind of stretch your legs out. Scoop the belly button up and away. And then lift your chest. Imagine you're wearing a neck brace, so the head and the shoulders travel at the same speed. You take your hands and your elbows up along with you. Try to have the fingertips kind of mirroring where your ears are and your elbows mirroring where your rib cage is. So try not to like pull the elbows up above the hands. Lift the fingertips up first, and then the elbows follow. Stay there for 4, 3. Try to pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Last 2. And for the last one, I want you to reach your arms out to the side into a wide T. Lift a little higher and then lower back down. Keep the core strong. Breathe out. Lift the arms up, shoulder blades together. Inhale down. Last one. Lift the arms up and hold, and then sweep the hands back along your sides with the pinkies pointing up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Lower the chest. Back to the hands touch the floor. Breathe out. Lift the legs this time. So rotate the arms. Pinkies pointing up. Inhale. Lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. For 3, lift. And lower. 2, rotate the arms, stretch from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Last one, hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands under the shoulders, sit back onto your heels, stretch out your back. Good. And as you come forward, I want you to just step your foot somewhere between your hands towards the top of your mat. We're going to come up onto this knee and just gently push the hips forward. We feel a stretch through the front of your right leg. Good. And take the hands down to the mat and turn your knee out. So the knee goes to the outside of that left arm. Come to the outer edge of your left foot. And then start easing yourself down, bending your elbows and swaying a little bit side to side. So you feel an opening through that hip on that left side. And now straighten up the arms, pull the knee back into the chest and start walking your hands back. So we straighten up the front leg, lift the toes, and almost dragging that heel back. Keeping the chest arm close to the knee in the front. And then we're gonna just hinge ourselves forward, lift the foot back up and that back foot. Take your hands to your knees. And if you can reach without cramping or causing any pain, get your hand to that foot and see if it just help to stretch the quad a little bit more. Some people find that that's quite difficult for the back knee, so don't feel like you have to add that hand there. It's just kind of optional. Otherwise, you can just keep the foot lifted. Now let's change all of that to the other side. So we're going to step the foot to the front of the mat, hands along your sides, and then up to the knee. So just get that lovely stretch to the front of your left hip. And then take the hands back down to the mat. Turn the knee out to your right side. So you're coming out into the outer edge of your right foot, then just add a little bit of swaying, side to side, bend your elbows, drop your chest down. Good, then straighten up the arms, tuck the knees into the chest, walk your hands back, lift your toes up, so we're straightening that front leg, feeling that hamstring stretch through the front leg. And then just take your weight forward and lift the back foot, hands on your knee, an option to take that hand, your left hand to your left foot, just pulling forward. Good, nice, lower that back foot down, and back to your knees, hands on the mat. I'm gonna tuck the toes, breathe out, lift the knees up, press into your heels, really arching your lower back. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Let your head hang for a moment, holding the backs of your ankles, just relax the back of the neck. And shake the head side to side. Let the hands hang, soften your knees, scoop the abdominals in, and slowly start rolling yourself back up to standing. Shoulders on top of ribs, head comes on top of the shoulders. Flow your arms up in front of you. Breathe out as you come up into a balance. Hold there, breathing in. And then exhale, reach the arms out to sides and lace the fingers behind the back for one last stretch. Shake everything out. Good, give yourself a little round of applause. And well done for completing the session today. So again, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Social media has the full schedule. Any questions, give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks, bye.